Sure.
And then I like text you earlier and I was like, you do anything tonight? And you're like, hell no, brother. And I'm like, all right, well, let's just do it today.
It's a Saturday. What could anybody do?
Hell yeah, dude. Like,
Oh,
I ain't
what
got nothing
even
going
is
on.
there?
You hate fats.
I do.
I saw you respond to somebody on Twitter and you just said something fat. I was like, damn.
That lady's fat. I don't know.
Oh my God.
She showed up at a bunch of court hearings of mine and stuff.
We didn't all have just cocaine to just keep us in great shape. Okay.
It's so cheating. It's like it was revealed today that I occasionally miss my powdered diet, right? Like, and it's because you don't have to try, you don't have to do anything, you don't want to eat, like you're not hungry, and like it just burns off all the excess fat, and all that you're left with is whatever muscle you have with your skin stretched over it, so it like looks decent even if you don't work out or anything. It's amazing.
You actually taught me something unintentionally. Okay, because I'm like a rookie. I don't know nothing about stuff. And I remember you started, dropping weight fast. And and then I randomly out of nowhere, like it came to me that lyric in that Nickelback song where it's like, we'll just stay skinny because we just won't eat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I want to be a rock star. And I was like, oh my God, that was cocaine. I couldn't believe it.
I'll stay skinny because we just won't eat him.
Yeah. I'm like, holy shit. I thought that meant that they were literally just not eating because like they were trying to watch their weight because they're rock stars. I was like, oh
nope. You just don't need to.
Wow.
You don't need to at all.
I'm like a sweet like newborn when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, I know now. I figured it out. Damn.
Yeah, it's wild how it works, because I mean it doesn't have any particular mechanism for weight loss or whatever. You just don't eat. Like you don't feel like you need to. Sometimes it's even kind of tough to eat. Like you're like, oh, I want a steak or whatever, and you start eating and you're like, I just have no appetite ever.
Yeah, the chunk keto photo. That should be your profile picture. I saw that shit a long time ago and I laughed so hard.
That thing got photoshopped so much I didn't know what the real one was anymore. Like I know I was fat, but I don't like, I hope I wasn't that fat. Like I don't know. I got gaslit into, I was like, it's y'all's fault actually then, right? Like now I get to blame, it's the chat's fault. I needed to lose weight and I picked a diet supplement that worked. Okay.
Loosely, you have to advocate against drugs. There's no children watching your show. Like, who gives a damn if there's like a 45-year-old dude that's down on his luck and tired, and he's like, you know what? Nick did cocaine. It sounded great. I'm gonna do cocaine. Like, how is that bad? He's like 45. Who cares?
I don't. I don't have a moral problem with drugs. Like, I don't. The entire. We were fortunate in this. The entirety of the damage done to us came from the government's intervention. I say we were fortunate because we didn't have an overdose or any health problems. Like none of that happened. They might have been coming. Something, who knows what my behavior would have led to. I don't know. I'm not saying that like we're miracle workers or whatever. We were fortunate. The destruction came from the enforcement of the law, not from the use of the drug itself. I don't have a moral problem with drugs. I think they should all be legal, but until they are, don't with them. It will ruin your life. Like you may think you're not going to get caught, but you will.
I feel like the Coke stream would, if you were going to OD, it would have been that day.
I didn't even do that much Coke.
That's a great stream. I'm gonna be honest. I watched that shit and I was just like this the whole time. I was like, this is wild, bro.
Dude, so I didn't. That was the thing that blew my mind, because I definitely did cocaine on that stream. That's no secret. I've said it a bunch of times, but I kept the cocaine upstairs. I didn't keep it in my office because I didn't want to be tempted to like just shut off the camera and, pop a line. And then you come back and you got something on your face that you missed. So I still don't know what was on my face. I don't know what was on my nose. I don't think it was Coke because there wasn't any in here. I went upstairs to do it like I always did.
Dude, I gotta throw that shit up on in my theater room and like relive it. Like, cause you come back and there's something on your nose, and the chat was just freaking out. They're like, holy shit.
I didn't even remember this.
I thought it was a bit. I thought it was a bit like you put powder or something and you just came down and was like, woo.
when I left to go to the bathroom, I am blacked out from that moment on. I don't remember. Like I have little bits that I'm reminded of. I've watched through the stream since then, so like I know what happened afterwards. But I didn't know that the next day. And I got messages. People were like, "Bro, this stream was not good." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? It was just fine." But yeah, I mean, it was that was wild. But to be honest, there are plenty of streams where I was on much more cocaine than that. It was the alcohol that really got me on that stream because I drank a lot. I mean, I'd had 3 shots or glasses or whatever. You know, I say glasses, but it's a shot in the glass. I had 3 of those before the stream started, and then I had like 7 within the first 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
By the time I left to go to the bathroom, I was like 18 or 20 shots deep, man. It was bad. Very bad.
Jen Lemon says, Coke makes me sad. I hate stuff, and I'm glad I never got hooked. Glad you know. How would it make you sad?
I don't know. It made me really happy most of the time.
Yeah. You come back from those bathroom breaks and you'd be rocking and rolling. You'd be like, woo!
All right, let's go. Yeah.
Life is great.
I think it does increase things like paranoia, so it can lead to increased conflict in your personal relationships and stuff like that. So maybe that's what they're talking about. Yeah. Walter Lippman says 5 kids are hearing Nick's muffled voice right now saying all this. Well, thankfully, the government told all of my children that was happening because they had no idea. They didn't know anything about drugs. They'd never been around me on drugs or anything like that. They never experienced it. And the government came in and told them all that it was happening and asked them if they had ever seen anything. And they all said, well, no, like we didn't see that ever. What are you talking about? And so, you know, the reality is when you get arrested, like they just go ahead and tell everybody that they're not gentle about it. In fact, you know, I listened through all the interviews of my children, and there's one strategy. The lady Alicia, who was the investigator, total bitch. You know, there's not enough bad things I can say about her. She lied under oath. She did a whole bunch of stuff. But one of the things she did that made me the most angry was what they tried to do is invoke an emotional response from the kids to get them to say something about the parents in case like the kids have been coached or something like that. I guess. I don't know. She intentionally made each one of my children cry at the end of their interview. Intentionally started saying things to make them cry. Saying things about their parents and not being able to see them and all that stuff. Like, it's just a monstrous tactic. But the problem that they ran into with my kids was my kids told the truth. We've never seen it. We've never seen our parents intoxicated. You know, like we don't know anything. Like each one of them individually said that they'd never seen it. It's because we didn't do it around the kids. Like they would have they had no idea because you don't want your kids to know about that stuff. But hey, we don't need to sit around and talk about this. It came up naturally.
Nakadashi Tamadachi says, did you and Rekieta share a hotel room? Share anything else? Oh yeah, brother.
Just some saliva.
Oh yeah, dude. Have you never seen the video of me playing Journey on piano? Nick was like kissing all over my neck.
That's right.
Whispering in my ear. He's like, bro.
Did I do that? I don't remember.
It was a good job.
I don't know.
It was a great job. We had a lot of fun. No, thank you. Not good. Hot Wave says 35-year-old woman. Cody Henson doesn't matter. The wall's undefeated. Wait, who's 35?
That's Mersh, by the way.
I am 35. It's very sad.
I don't think he's never mind. We're not going to talk about what that chat said. Like you.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about 35-year-old women. That's easy. And he's talking about me smashing the wall, which does happen a lot.
From time to time.
Listen, yeah. Last year, I had never hit the wall, but people were saying it, and it was kind of a meme. This year, I hit the wall a lot. I wrecked like 3 times in glorious fashion, like Cecil wanted. Thank you, not Wave Radio. Nakadashi Tamadachi says, I'm engaged with my fiance. Asked for a hall pass with her friend Matt. Should I let her before we get married? Yes. Thank you, Nakadashi Tamadachi. I appreciate you. Yeah, of course, man. Of course, dude. Just Now, see, that's why I don't. That's why I'm just going to stay this guy, and I'm not going to get married. I'm never going to get in that position ever. No, thank you. I can't stomach it. I ain't like Nick. Okay, all right. No, this is a joke.
Yeah, it's a bastardization of a story, but that doesn't belong in the public and is completely wrong. But that's okay.
Visit Hedonism 2. Sorry, the name got me. Says Cody, my wife cheated on me with a guy called Ian in Star Trek Online. Any advice for me? Just cocaine, bro. Come on. Thank you. Appreciate. All right, Nick.
It's the solution to everything, apparently. You're the one who keeps saying it. I didn't even.
You got the gift of comedic timing. I'm glad it's back. Really sharp. Thank you. And Fernie Queemia says, was the Matt you drove to see our wife, the Matt from the Tinder that Jack Murphy wrote about? I have no idea what this lore is. Thank you, Anne Fernie.
They don't know either.
So what is your? So you've been streaming a lot lately. You've been getting back into the groove.
Yeah.
What do you have like a schedule now? Like a set schedule you're trying to iron out?
Right now it's the same kind of as it was before, where it's around 11 p.m. I have a couple rough things I'm trying to smooth out so that 11 p.m. start time is more consistent rather than being like 11:15. I don't like starting much past 11 because the further you start past 11, the less people show up. Like it's just how it is. It starts to get too late. People have work the next day. But I'm trying to make it consistently starting around 11 for now. We may move it at some time, but that's every time I try and change the schedule, that's just where I land on being the best overall fit for me. So that's that. Every weeknight. Yes. Yesterday I had a family member call. They needed an emergency ride, and it ran like I didn't get home till after midnight. So it was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do a show. But other than that, the goal is to have it every weeknight at least, and then do members only stuff on the weekends.